A very good afternoon. Welcome to today's live trading webinar and risk events with myself, Charles Scotland. Very nice to see you. Hope everybody's doing okay. Quite a lot going on today. Just had the ADP data out as well, which markets are reacting to. So a little bit of downside in the E-mini on that lower than expected print. And that does tie in with that JOLTS jobs reading yesterday. We'll go through things in a minute. Tricky trading at the moment with economic data points, as we saw with the JOLTS jobs data yesterday. But nevertheless, we can be led by the data, so that's a-okay. Folks, right, let's get into it. So, what's the fundamentals as we start the session? Well, it's clear. We had weak ADP jobs, and for those of us who were trading yesterday, we saw weak JOLTS jobs. And with the weak JOLTS jobs, less jobs open in the US should be negative, should be hard data. It wasn't. Stocks rallied nevertheless. ADP has come in lower than market's minimum expectations, and now we've seen markets move lower. And the GDP, look here, see GDP's come in below the consensus and negative. So stock traders are looking at that and going, that's rubbish. That's the impact of these tariffs. We're seeing the US going into negative GDP, lots of... Carolyn, yeah, that doesn't sound too bad actually, Carolyn. Just have a look and see how it weighs up. And obviously, you know, if it gets more serious going forward, you can think again. Yeah, 0.4 isn't too bad. So fundamentally, it's negative. So that means the bias, as we start the session, is negative. Looking at stocks across the world, we've already had a look. VIX is up, right? European equity futures are down, US equity futures down, red across the board. Looking at the S&P 500 just from a price action perspective, we can see we're starting to pull back and get some kind of cloud cover, a rejection of those higher prices. You see this resistance turns support, then that support turns resistance if we break down lower through it. So this was a key area for buyers. If you look at the pivot points, big pivot point at the S1, it's just sliced through there. So looking at price, I was looking here for a nice support area. It's totally been rejected. This is now a nice sell area. So trace back up to this level, not unreasonable to look for selling opportunities. Looking at the TPO, time price opportunity for the day, you can see we've kind of got a P-shaped profile, which you could argue this could be good for buyers. But you can see you got single prints just down there at the 5,510. So what that means is if we come back up through that area, it can accelerate quickly back through it. So if we start to get some buyers build up here, wouldn't be unreasonable to see a sharp snap back up to that region. If we get to that single prints area, often price whizzes through single prints. You can see here, single prints, price whizzes through, single prints, whizzes through on the downside, and whizzes through back on the upside. So we've got that single print area that's just printed, and we've got some poor lows down there, poor highs up here. Looking at the weekly chart, you can see as well, price is pushed that up through this developing value area low on the weekly chart. And as long as price stays under that area, then that looks attractive for selling. And you can see here, you look at this, that's a nice sell area. First standard deviation, you've got buyers getting trapped there. So we'll look for selling opportunities here in line with that value area low. The inventory is negative. Look, it's pushing lower. So sellers have been coming in. Point of controls up there. We've got a value area high pushing in around that 5,490 area. So major support below and a key sort of resistance area above. On the 15-minute chart, you can see we've just kind of sliced down through these value areas here. We've got this mixed zone of value areas we've sort of moved back into. There's 5, 10, 12. Let's have a look. That's quite interesting what we're seeing there. Do you see there? Sellers, right, trapping those buyers. Maybe a quick rundown. Looks like it wants to keep on going lower. You just see some of that delta trying to come in. Didn't quite trap it there. But let's see, there's a little, that might just be the low for the day coming in. Not for the day, but for the before the start of the session. So key levels to looking at, we've seen on the hourly chart, big level is the 5520 to 5530. So you can see that corresponds with this level here. So this is a very nice sell area. So you got those buyers trapped. Here is the first level. So what we're looking for is anything really up here getting trapped. The next major value area is all the way down here at the 5480. That's another. So what we might start to see here is just a little bottoming to kind of pull back up that area. And can you see buyers are start trying to build here? You see those buyers? Right. So what buyers are trying to do is build up and then maybe going to push up. So what we're looking for is any example of buyers like trapping sellers. So you see these sellers here that trap those buyers. If these sellers get trapped, then you might see a quick rush up. So that's something to keep an eye on here. Just watch that for a minute. Good morning, Mark Anthony. Good to see you. Konstantinos, very good morning. Sorry, I've missed the chat, just getting totally into it. It's a very negative sentiment, and we're looking still for two-way price action. Inventory is negative across the board. We've got a great sell area here at the 5520, big support down at the 5490. We're looking for clear opportunities. We've had quite a few opportunities with the weak ADP jobs. Markets reacting to that. Okay, bit of buyers trying to come in. Delta, maybe just trying to push up a little bit. Right, maybe you could say here, Delta trying to break out of that trend line. Maybe an early break in the Delta. See if those sellers get trapped, and then that'll be an opportunity to potentially go for a quick long. So I'm just looking at that ahead of the open. See if we break up through those sellers. Higher risk because you counter trend, but you might get a quick short move up. Have to be very, very quick with it though. Let's just see if we get the buyers trapping those sellers. Okay, no one really trapped. You got some of those sellers trapped there. When it's counter trend like this, you might have a sudden rush up and then a quick sell off. So you have to be very conscious that if you go up through this, it can quickly sell off. Delta breaking out, price trying to break out, failing. Anthony's looking for the rejection off the 22 area. Yeah, lovely. And here you see some sellers, right? Trapping buyers on volume there. So there's a little short sell opportunity there. Right, little short opportunity for those sellers getting trapped there. Okay, switch from shorts to a quick long, just to see if I can break up above this area on a quick bit of delta. Just a very quick trade if I can get one. Okay, just taking a little spike to the upside. The second one at break even, just see if you get a run up. If not, just go out at break even on that. There we go. Okay, just stop faffing around here and just wait for the open. Okay, folks, I've got a dash now. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Take care and speak to you soon. Cheers now. Bye, folks.